We begin this hour in Capitol Hill, where House Oversight Committees is revealing they have spoken with a whistleblower over the White House security clearance process.
In a letter to the White House, Committee Chairman Elijah Cummings writes the whistleblower revealed what she felt were security risks in the Trump administration. The committee is expected to begin the subpoena process tomorrow to get more information.
We're joined now by CBS News producer Rebecca Kaplan on Capitol Hill to talk us through this. Rebecca, so describe to us what's in this letter and what's revealed by the whistleblower's interview.
Good morning, Vlad and Anne-Marie. Well, this morning we have news from the House Oversight Committee, as you said, that they have conducted an interview with a whistleblower in the Personnel Security Office. Her name is Tricia Newbold, and she is an 18-year career employee of this office, meaning she has served under both Republicans and Democrats. But she told the committee that she was so concerned by what she saw in the security clearance process during the first 2 years of the Trump White House that she came to the committee as a whistleblower to say she felt that there were serious national security implications in what she was seeing. She was concerned that the traditional process was not being followed, that there were gaps in people's clearances, and that when career officials were recommending that certain people be denied clearances, that they were being overruled at the top levels of the administration and given their clearances anyway. And she has this list of 25 people she compiled, and she says they were either given security clearances or access to national security information despite recommendations from career professionals, so people who have done this for years under both Democratic and Republican administrations, who said these people should not be receiving clearances.
So, you know, I'm listening to you speak and I'm thinking about the last person that we talked about in regards to security clearances, and it was Jared Kushner. And I'm just wondering, you know, where did these concerns originate from? I know you said there was a list of people, and what other reporting has been done on this leading up to it?
Well, some of the concerns with several of the people who have been reported about concerns in the security clearance process, there's issues of ties to foreign governments. There's issues of potential financial investments that could lead to them being compromised if there were ever a foreign government that was trying to influence them. With some people, such as Rob Porter, the former staff secretary at the White House, there were concerns that there were allegations of abuse by some of his ex-wives that were not really flagged during the security clearance process. And this is actually what sparked the review by actually the Republican Congress in part last year. That's how bad things were originally. The Republican Congress, who was hesitant to do a lot of oversight over the Trump administration, actually got involved in this. And Elijah Cummings, the Oversight Committee chairman in the Democratic House, has really picked up at this investigation. And one thing he said to the White House in this letter was that you have refused to provide a single document to the committee. And he said we have continued our work anyway. And that's why they found Ms. Newbold and did this interview and have continued their investigation, but with whistleblowers instead of real cooperation by the White House.
So, Rebecca, are we learning who will be subpoenaed?
So the next subpoena, really the first subpoena, is going to go out to Joe Klein. He was the director of the personnel clearance during the first 2 years of the Trump administration, and there are a few allegations against Mr. Klein in this interview with Tricia Newbold that she raised. She said he was one person who was regularly in contact with people who were being adjudicated for their security clearances, that he did not follow the normal process. When career officials said someone should be denied a clearance, he went ahead and let that go through anyway. And Newbold said that after she raised concerns with him and with other people about what was happening, that he actually retaliated against her. Very interestingly, Tricia Newbold said in her interview she has a rare form of dwarfism, and she said that Mr. Klein would put boxes with these files out of her reach so she couldn't reach them at work. She said it was a humiliating form of retaliation, but she said that's actually not why she's coming forward. I know, it's pretty incredible allegations. She said it's not why she's coming forward. Her real concern here is that she believes that the national security of the United States is at risk because of what's happening.
It's remarkable.
Okay, it really is remarkable. I'm curious to see how this all unfolds, because we have had a lot of conversations about the security clearances, particularly, in the beginning, when it seemed like some members of the Trump family or close associates were getting security clearances, and then there were a host of other positions that hadn't been filled at all that needed to go through the process.